Welcome to Cena Saturday! Today we're gonna talk about Interstellar. Whoa, and look at this pretty copy of it. It is not mine, for the record. It is Chris's. But it's so pretty! Full disclosure, the first time I saw this, I definitely thought I was about to see Gravity, and I kept wondering when Sandra Bullock was gonna show up. Sandra Bullock never showed up, but I was still not disappointed. I love the starting aesthetic. Reminds me of the Dust Bowl a lot, which is something that gets talked about a lot in Iowa because we're Midwestern and stuff, and the Dust Bowl affected Iowans a bit. Obviously not as much as like Oklahoma and stuff, but yeah, it did affect Iowa too. But yeah, it's so good, and I love the exploration of his relationship with his daughter without having them hardly see each other at all. And oh my gosh, that ending though. Okay, there are gonna be spoilers in this video, I'll tell you that right now. So if you've not seen it, don't watch this. Unless you don't care, then do, I guess. But anyways, he doesn't see his daughter Murph after she turns 10. She's like on her own with her older brother, and she's so smart, and he knows that, and he values that in her, and encourages her to like work hard and stuff. I think it's just a really cool exploration of space. I love space. I grew up as a kid, like, my grandparents have a farm, so there was no like light pollution at all. So I saw all the stars all the time, and I've always dreamed about like going to the moon and stuff. And if in my lifetime we end up like living on the moon or Mars or something, I might cry, because that's just such a human thing to me, is to explore and to make room for ourselves, and you know, the Star Trek thing. But I thought this was such a good exploration of why we would try and find another planet, and I think it was really accurate. Like, I mean, obviously we don't know if it's accurate, but I felt like it was very sci-fi-y, as in like an exploration of technology we might have in the future while still analyzing the problems that we're dealing with today. Which is such a cool thing that science fiction does, is analyzing today's problems with this perspective of the future. Because humans, in case you hadn't noticed, human nature doesn't really change. Humans treated each other the same 100 years ago, 200 years ago, and that's never going to change. But the things that we do to deal with those problems can change. I don't think there's not value in trying to improve the world even if human nature doesn't change. That got very deep. Sorry, Grace Helbig. This is such a good movie, and it's so emotional. I think I cried the first time I saw it, because in the end, when he finally sees Murph again, and she's so old and he's still like 35, it's like all within like a year maybe for him. Whoa! It's so emotional, but she finally gets to see her dad again. I scream eternally. I love space. I think this did, like, on the science side, I think this did a similar thing that Star Trek Voyager did with the, like, wormhole whatevers, but they used the wormholes in this, as opposed to in Star Trek Voyager, they were taken advantage of by wormholes, or unexpected things happened to them because of wormholes. I think that's an interesting contrast to think about. And I like that Matthew McConaughey's character is just a regular Joe, and he's like a farmer now, but in a past life he did something else, which I think is another human thing. Like, many people have more than one area of expertise over the course of their lives, and I think that that's relatable for a lot of people. There's value to be found in this movie in watching it multiple times, more than just the plot. There's a lot of analysis you can do of it. and I have barely scratched the surface. I didn't even talk about Anne Hathaway's deal and any of the planets they visited. Let me know what your thoughts are on this movie, because I'd love to know, like, what you agree on, what you disagree on, what you thought were more important parts than I'm talking about right now. So yeah, please hit like if you liked this and subscribe. Peace out!